What's up, everybody? JT Sports here. So, in this segment of the JT Sports podcast, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So, I'm going to be discussing who is better, Antonio Brown or Julio Jones in their prime. Instead of me just giving you guys my take, I decided to call up a couple of friends or homies and have them give their takes as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun doing this. A lot of my friends always ask, if they can ever come on the podcast. So I figured this was a pretty good discussion to have them come on and give their input on. So hope you guys enjoy. Make sure that you guys check out the JT Sports Podcast, available on all podcasting platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts from. The JT Sports Podcast is available. Guy Dante, what's going on?
What up? What up? What up?
So I needed his assistance because I'm about to talk about one of the hardest debates there is, and that's who is the better wide receiver in their prime, Antonio Brown or Julio Jones. Me, I have to go with Antonio Brown, and the reason why I got to go with Antonio Brown is simply because of this. Antonio Brown was a All-Pro for 4 straight seasons. 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017. I think he was the best wide receiver in the game at that time. Better than Julio. However, when you think about who was more physically imposing, you got to give it to Julio Jones. If there was a 50-50 matchup and I had to choose between Antonio Brown or Julio Jones, I'm picking Julio Jones. But it's not as if Antonio Brown was any slouch, because Antonio Brown was making contested catches against double, triple, and quadruple coverage, and you also could throw back shoulder fades to Antonio Brown as well. But if it comes to a 50-50 ball, I'm picking the guy who's 6'3", 220 pounds. But when we are talking about who is better overall in their prime, I have to give it to AB, man. I really do, because AB, he was just so dynamic. And the thing with Julio Jones is that he didn't find the end zone as much as Antonio Brown. So that's another reason why I go with Antonio Brown. But who do you have? Who you think's better?
Me, it's a hard question to decide. Yes, I'm not Tony Brown, but Julio Jones is my favorite receiver of all time. I love him. I like the man so much. But Antonio Brown is over him. And plus, you can't only look at them two primarily. You gotta look at what's around them. When Antonio Brown at the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Steelers was always good, always in playoffs. There was always a dark horse to go to the Super Bowl. For Atlanta, Julio Jones only made the Super Bowl one time. Throughout his whole career, I probably can name we really can't name how many times he made the playoffs like that.
Well, I don't really think you can hold that against Julio, for real. You get what I'm saying? Because Atlanta has gone to the playoffs a good amount of times during Julio Jones' tenure there. I think they went, it was one year they lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. I think it was 20. Was it 20? I can't remember the year when they went to the Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick and whatnot. I think it might have been 2012, I believe, or 2011, either one of those. But I mean, Julio Jones has had some games. I mean, he's also been to the playoffs a good amount of time. Also, you get what I'm saying?
That's true. But I was looking at the team wise, the team wise got make that that person that type of important type. Like they got to make him. Oh, we always going to Super Bowl. Our best player always in the playoffs. This and that. Whatever. So they have to make him some type of, spotlight on him. Because the team was doing good as well. He's on the team. He's the best of all time.
Okay, I get it. So you're saying that Antonio Brown played in bigger games since he was able to make it to the postseason a little bit more than Julio Jones, so he had the spotlight on him.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can say they could play a part. That's another reason why I choose Antonio Brown with Julio.
I don't know, bro. I really can't get behind that because I feel that Julio Jones, we all recognize Julio Jones as being one of the best in the game. He wasn't underrated.
Yeah,
I don't feel as if, I don't know. I just can't really get behind that claim. But I mean, I just can't get behind it, man. I can't get behind that claim. I think they both played in the same amount of big games. Even though Antonio Brown may have been to the postseason more times than Julio Jones, I mean, we know what Julio Jones was. He wasn't underrated in a sense. I think that's an argument that is better suited for a wide receiver who may not get as much attention. We already knew Julio Jones was a baller. We didn't need to see him in the postseason every single year to know how good he was. You feel me? But I mean, what's your other reasoning for why you think Antonio Brown is better?
Other reason, great, outstanding footwork, phenomenal hands. Yes, Julio Jones got the same thing, but I love watching Antonio Brown play more than I watch Julio. Cause some athletes just have that it, and he just have that it. He's just that guy who have that it. He make you buy tickets to watch him. He make you go on YouTube and just watch his highlight, watch the footwork, watch him, do other guys 1v1. Like he make you watch them type of clip. Julio, on the other hand, it's just not all that similar. Like, it's just not. I can't. Okay, I'm bored. I want to watch YouTube and watch Julio. No, I want to watch Antonio Brown. I want to see what Antonio Brown doing. And then outside of outside of football, it's just that some athletes just have that it, and he just want to play who just have that it. Not telling guys who have that it like Tony Brown does as wide receiver position.
Yeah, bro, I feel you. Antonio Brown was more entertaining to watch. But, I mean, I had a pretty good time watching Julio because I think Julio had a couple of games when he went off. I think he had one game he went off for 200 or something like that. So, I mean, for Julio Jones, he's had his moments as well. But I would agree with you at that point. If there was a wide receiver who I had to pick to watch play between Antonio Brown and Julio Jones, I'm picking Antonio Brown because he was the more fun player to watch. And I think a lot of people have a misconception about Antonio Brown that he was just all finesse. But there were a lot of occasions where if you watch Antonio Brown one-on-one matchups, he was winning those. He could go up and get those 50-50 balls. Even in the red zone, people were throwing back shoulder face to Julio in the red zone. People were throwing back shoulder face to Antonio Brown in the red zone. So this was somebody who played way bigger than his size. But
yeah, of course.
I think Antonio Brown is the best receiver in the game. Well, the best wide receiver of the two. Even though I don't think that it's as far as apart. I think it is really close. It really just depends because if I talk to somebody else is probably going to tell me, yeah, JT, Julio Jones was better, but I'm going to side with AB. But I appreciate you, man, for coming on.
Yeah, appreciate it. Anytime.
All right, man. So I have another one of my homeboys on, man. What, you want to tell the people your name or you want to stay anonymous?
Shit, yeah, I'll tell people my name. Shit, it's Beezy.
All right, man. So Beezy, bro, who you think was better in their prime, Antonio Brown or Julio Jones?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go AB. AB was smooth, like, you feel me? Like, I fought with Julio, like, Julio, you feel me? He played for my favorite team, the Falcons, you know. You would think I'd go Julio, but I ain't gonna lie, AB was smooth, though. Like, AB was different. Like, I fought with AB, so I'd go AB.
Bro, like, what made AB better than Julio, bro? Because I feel too many people low-key selling Julio short. Even though I do side with AB, I feel too many people kind of slighting my dog Julio, bro, because Julio, he had a couple games when he went for 200 now. You feel me?
Oh, yeah, see what I say? I fought with Julio, though, like, you feel me? Like, Julio played for the Falcons, you know, that's my favorite team, so that boy snapped. Hell yeah, he snapped. But, you know, AB just was like, I don't know, like, he just was there. I feel like he probably had, like, more production. Probably that's why, because he had more production on the team. Like, the team, is, you know, the Steelers had, like, a better season. Like, they had better seasons. He got more accomplishments. Like more, like, you feel me? He got, like, more accomplishments. Type shit.
Heck yeah, bro. All right, fam. I appreciate you. All right, man. So I got my other friend on the phone. You want to tell the people your name, real name, fake name?
Man, 1K underscore 1K dot Omar underscore at the end, man. Real ball player, man. Real dog. Lockdown DB, man. You feel me?
All right, bro. Make sure to go check my dude out. I'm gonna have everybody's Instagram in the comment section down below. So check me out, man. Who you think was better in their prime? Antonio Brown or Julio Jones? Everybody keeps saying AB, man. You going with AB too?
Man, I'm gonna have to switch it up on that one. The way I gotta go with Julio, man. Julio, I choose Julio because his stature. He's 6'. He's a monster. He's a freak of nature. This man is 6'3", 6'4", is running a 4'3". AB is a dog. Nothing getting took from AB. He had played with Big Ben, balled out, arguably Hall of Famer. But Julio, with his speed, bigger than him, taller than him, I just feel like Julio made his presence felt more. Like, you felt Julio every time he was on the field in his prime. If he was mossing you, burning you, every route in the route tree. Now, AB got all that too, but he ain't 6'3". He ain't no monster. He ain't got that, He ain't got that, yeah. So, yeah, it's Julio.
Antonio Brown was catching passes in triple coverage, quadruple coverage. I mean, he was 5'10", but he was playing like he was 6'6".
Yeah, he's 5'10", and he played like he's 6'2". But what I'm saying is, if I'm looking at stats and touchdowns, both of them they both got the stats. But what I'm gonna go with the dude who's 6'2", 6'3". You feel me? Like, I'm going with him because 5'10", 50-50 balls. Even though AB was good at them, but come on now, be realistic. Who you think you gonna realistically throw up a 50-50 ball to and go come down with it more of the time just because it's height?
Well, check me out. What if I threw this at you? What if I told you that Antonio Brown has 20 more career touchdowns, almost 20 more career touchdowns than Julio Jones? Julio Jones has only hit double-digit touchdowns probably once or twice in his career. Antonio Brown did it more consistently. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is I just feel like Big Ben forced AB the ball. I ain't gonna say he forced him, but you just knew Big Ben was gonna throw AB the ball. He was gonna get at least 8-9 targets. Julio, they didn't make it a priority to get him the ball when he was in Atlanta. That's why I ain't like it. With the Steelers though, they gonna get AB the ball. AB, he get mad when he don't get the ball. So they gonna keep their superstar player happy. He gonna get 8-9 targets a game with Big Ben. You see when he was washed up and all, Big Ben would still feed him that rock. Now Matt Ryan on the other end, he spread the ball out. I feel like he spread the ball out a little more, but Julio still got his. But
you saying he wasn't a drama queen about it? Basically, he got his.
He more humble with his targets. Like, say he don't get targeted, he know he getting double or whatever. He not gonna go to the coach. Oh, y'all need to get me in the game plan. He gonna understand like it's opening up for other people. Like when Calvin Ridley came, he started getting targets how he wanted to, for real. But he took that because, you feel me, they doubling him. Calvin Ridley gonna eat.
For sure, fam. Let the people know where to follow you at one more time before we let you go.
Man, y'all follow me on Instagram at 1K.Omar_. Man, y'all check me out. Football player. Go watch my highlights. Omar Tolliver, you feel me? Lockdown DB. I don't want to talk too much, man.